So the numbers were out from the Lakers-Warriors game on Wednesday night. 5.6 million viewers. That's higher than anything you'll see on cable TV in the regular season. There was the Warriors-Thunder game in 2016. That was when Steph Curry came down and hit a 40-footer to win the game. Remember that one? That was on, I think, around Christmas Day. I think it was Christmas Day. It was on ABC, which is, remember, the game the other night was on ESPN. So ABC, it was a February game, sorry. So February game, Warriors-Thunder. But again, that was Kevin Durant and the Warriors against the Thunder. That got 5.3 million viewers. The undercard Grizzlies-Spurs got 2.3 million viewers. That's a 143% viewership rise, even though the game was later on the West Coast, which means half of the East Coast went to sleep. It's an amazing number. I don't believe that the NBA is wanton for LeBron to win a championship or wanton for Steph Curry to win a championship or compete for a championship, okay? But I would admit that I think anybody who's reasonable that lived through the Tim Donaghy scandal would say, which is that some of the officiating, especially in the past, has left you wondering, wait, is this on the up and up? Right? Is this on the up and up? Is this on the up and up? It happens in baseball when a guy hits a bunch of home runs. We think he's a steroid guy. Why? Because it wasn't on the up and up for over a decade. Happens in boxing. We're like, he took a dive. Why? Because it's happened before. Because it's happened before. And the NBA, they are trying desperately to shed that image that Tim Donaghy cast upon them, which is they want certain players, certain teams to advance and certain other ones to go home. Tonight would be one of those games, if that was actually the case, that they wanted some team, where the Warriors or the Grizzlies, it's not that Ja Morant's not a great watch, but nobody watches the Memphis Grizzlies play. Case in point, Grizzlies Spurs, 2.3 million viewers. I'm guessing that number progressed as the night went on because people were getting ready to watch the Lakers and the Warriors. So I don't think that the NBA wanting their stars in the playoffs is anything not only new to the NBA, but new to sports. I think that one of the reasons baseball went to an additional wild card game was because, as the previous format had it, you'd have the Yankees or the Red Sox, and occasionally you'd have Yankees and Red Sox. But the probability of getting them both in the playoffs on a yearly basis was very, very, very slim. And now, of course, it grows. Now it grows. The downside, obviously, to how baseball is done is with the one-game play-in game, you do run the risk of the Red Sox, the Yankees getting into the play-in game and then getting dusted off. But the upside is you want the Yankees and the Red Sox to be involved every year. Why? Because they're the two teams that people watch. And the Warriors and the Lakers are the two teams that people watch in the NBA. Steph Curry says he'll be ready for tonight.
Ready? I mean, right now it sucks. We played pretty well tonight. Missed this type of environment. It was a lot of fun. High intensity, high competitive level. Just proud of everybody that stepped foot on the floor tonight. But how we played, you know, they made a run in the third quarter. We turned the ball over and changed the game, but still gave ourselves a chance to win.
Still gave themselves a chance to win. And now they take on the Grizzlies, who are constructed very differently. Jonas Valanciunas is really the MVP of the Grizzlies. And the question becomes, you know, can they play with the Warriors when the Warriors go small? Right? That's always the question with anybody. And my answer is no, I don't think they can. I think the Warriors win this game. I think they win it handily. I think the league and NBA playoff series are about matchups, and this is going to be interesting heading forward because Steph Curry and the Warriors, if they win, they get the Utah Jazz, and the Utah Jazz's best or most important player, Donovan Mitchell obviously in the conversation, is Rudy Gobert. Can Rudy Gobert play in that series? I guess he can play, you know, off of Draymond Green and be in to help. But can he be the best version of himself when the Warriors go small? I don't know the answer to that. But I don't think it's anything sinister. I don't think it's anything of the Tim Donaghy variety. I just think the reality is that if you want people to watch basketball games in the playoffs, having Steph Curry involved, arguably the most popular player in the NBA still, that's a good thing. And Steph Curry being at home, not a good thing. Kind of simple, right? Kind of a simplistic way of looking at it. And the NFL is much the same, but this is much more in reality. This is much more, much more about these little things like giving a team, giving these players, the best players, the most opportunities to be seen on national television. The more times they're seen, the more times they're likely to be seen by more people. And that grows your audience and grows the popularity of your game. But look, the NBA is forever fighting that fight of once upon a time, Tim Donaghy told stories, some of which were true, some of which were not true. And that seed was planted where we don't think it's on the up and up who advances in the playoffs. We just don't. I think it's on the up and up. And even with it being on the up and up, I know the NBA has, look, the NBA has not had a great year and a half in the ratings. It's not. People preferred the folklore of the Michael Jordan Last Dance documentary to the actual basketball of the NBA. Some of that was we kind of LeBron fatigue. Some of that was, by the time they got to the finals, there was football on TV. And some of that is Steph Curry's super popular. He wasn't involved. Now, Curry may only be involved for 4 or 5 or 6 more games if they win tonight, but those 4 or 5 or 6 more games are vital to the health of the league. College basketball is more highly rated when Duke, Carolina, Kentucky, Syracuse, Kansas are involved. Even the NFL, look, they still, stars sell, but so too do the Steelers, the Packers, I guess now the Chiefs, right, become kind of the nation's team, if you will, because people love it. But that it's not just the size of the market. In the NBA, it's about stars, and they badly need Steph Curry in the playoffs.